Thanks again for tuning in to episode 3 of the massive video game buyout. Today we're going to be going through everything that I'm going to be adding to my collection. It might be a little bit longer than the first 2 videos because there's quite a bit of stuff to go through, adding a lot to the collection. So, let's get into it. We'll start with the PS2 stuff. A couple common games up top here. But the 2 I'm most excited to add to the collection are Way of the Samurai and The Warriors. The Warriors game based on the movie from the late 70s. Pretty expensive game actually. I think it's about $60. So that'll be a nice add to the collection. Next we'll get into the Atari 2600 stuff. I wasn't too excited about this stuff, but still cool to add these old games to the collection. The only 2 I was really excited about was E.T. and Mario Bros. For some reason E.T. has evaded me for so long. Haven't been able to find it, but it's nice to add to the collection. Get the worst game of all time added in. And Mario Bros. That was cool to see. I believe it's the first game where the Mario brothers were introduced, the 2 of them. Obviously the first one where Mario was introduced was Donkey Kong, but I believe this was the first with Mario and Luigi. So those are 2 cool adds. Next up we got a few complete in-box and television games. Burger Time, that's a cool ad. So all these are complete. And they all include these controller add-ons. These normally get lost. It's cool that they all have them. So you stick these on your controller and they basically tell you what the buttons do. And yeah, all these games have them included. Very cool. Here's a few PS3 games and 1 Xbox 360 game that I'm adding. Rock Band 1 and 2. San Andreas is actually kind of expensive for the PS3. I never realized until I looked it up. Orange Box and Sonic Generations. Happy to add those. Really happy to add Beautiful Katamari. I couldn't believe that I didn't have it up until this point. And that is a great game. All these are complete as well. Couple Wii games and 1 GameCube game. 1080 Avalanche, that's a good ad. Punch Out for the Wii. I've been trying to get a hold of this game for a good price for a while, so really happy to add that. Couple other mediocre games. Speed Racer, Endless Ocean, Blue World, Wipeout 2. And they are all complete. Next up we got some loose games, some loose handheld games and these loose Virtual Boy games. So really happy to add these Virtual Boy games. I only had 1 Virtual Boy game, Mario Tennis. So really happy to add Red Alarm, Galactic Pinball, and Teleroboxer. As you guys might not know, the Virtual Boy has one of the smallest libraries. I think there's only 14 games released in North America, so that'll bring me up to 4 out of 14. Good to add Wario Land 2, 3, and 4. Pokemon Crystal. Always good to add a Pokemon game that I don't have. Some other kind of... This is an obscure one. Little Nicky. I didn't even know that they ported that from the movie. It's cool. Next up we got some Switch games and some 3DS games. Really happy to add Sonic Mania Plus. Can't wait to throw that in the Switch and give it a try. Pokemon X and WarioWare Gold for 3DS as well. Always nice to add a few current gen games. So everything I show you from here on out is pretty much the reason why I picked up this big lot, is to add most of these games to my collection, and there's some very cool pieces coming up. Next up, we have all this Genesis stuff. Now, all these are complete except for Comic Zone is just the box. I already have the game, so I took the game out of here. I'm selling the game and keeping the box for my collection. But all these are complete except for Wacky Worlds. It doesn't have the mouse. So this game is, it's kind of like Mario Paint for the Genesis, and it's supposed to come with a mouse, but the mouse is not included. Pretty hard to find, actually, the mouse. Lethal Enforcers, Lion King, Smash TV, Sonic 3D Blast, Arch Rivals. I've never heard of this game, Dino Land. So excited to try that out. And these two, I am so happy to add these. Gunstar Heroes and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. It's too bad they didn't have the boxes, but either way, so happy to add these. I almost forgot Virtua Racing. I mean, it's not a great game, but I don't have it, so it's getting added. Next up, we got a couple 32X and Master System games. So, NBA Jam Tournament Edition. I'd never heard of this game before, Tempo. I don't know if it's supposed to come in that green box, but that's what he gave it to me in. Looks like a platformer. That'd be cool to test out. Star Wars Arcade and Doom for the 32X. Those are just loose, obviously. Wonder Boy 3, Wonder Boy in Monsterland, Golvelius, and Rampage. I've never seen this white case. I think it normally comes with the insert's normally red, I think. So that's cool. I have Wonder Boy 2, but didn't have Wonder Boy in Monsterland or Wonder Boy 3. Guys, let me know in the comments below if you know anything about this white cover art for Rampage, because I'm very curious as to why it's white. I've never seen it like that. I don't know if it's like a special version or what. Next, we got a couple complete in-box PlayStation games. Really happy to add every single one of these games. Twisted Metal 2, 3, and 4. Twisted Metal 2 is actually sealed, so that's really awesome. Medieval 1 and 2. Really happy to add these. I've been looking for these for a while, especially with that remake that just came out. It's cool. And Soul Blade. This is like a wannabe Tekken game, I think. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's chirping Tekken right there, saying that it's harder than Tekken. Yeah, really happy about these. Next up, we got a few loose games. Adventure Island 2, Metroid, Legend of Zelda for the NES, and Lesser the Unlikely for the Super Nintendo. It's crazy to think that I have never had Metroid or Legend of Zelda in my collection. So my rule of thumb when I'm out sourcing or collecting for myself is I never like to spend any more than 30% of what the games are currently selling for. So sometimes when it comes to those common games, it takes a little bit of time for me to find them out in the wild for that price. That's probably why Metroid and Zelda haven't been in my collection until right now. Next up, we got some complete in-box Sega Dreamcast games. Crazy Taxi, Quake 3 Arena, Unreal Tournament. I used to rip this game so hard when I was younger. It's bringing back memories. Awesome game. Sonic Adventure. It's the Sega All-Stars version, but I don't really care about owning greatest hits versions, so it doesn't matter to me. Caution Seaman. This one comes with a mic. They're all complete. Next up, we got the 3DO console. All wires, controller, and a couple of complete 3DO games. Really happy to add this console to my collection. This thing came out in the early 90s, and it had a wild price tag. I think it sold for like $700 when it first came out. And people were like, nah, I don't want to pay that. And I think that's why it did so poorly. Later models came out and were selling for around $500, but This thing just did not do very well. Couple complete in box games. Myst. Used to play that a lot when I was younger. Road Rash, Wing Commander. This cover art always makes me laugh. Looks like such a rip-off of Star Wars. Yeah, these games, a lot of these games had live motion, like live video included in the games. You can see here. Just kind of a weird console. Next up we got some Sega CD games. Now, these are all complete in box except for NBA Jam, I think. Doesn't have the manual. Yeah, you can see it's ripped there, but still has the front of it at least. And wow, was I happy to see these 3 games. Soulstar, Panic, and Heart of the Alien. The discs are in pristine condition. So happy. Soulstar. Oh my. Yeah, they're all incomplete. Well, minus the little foam that's supposed to go above the CDs, but awesome. And Battlecore. Still a nice ad, just not as awesome as these 3. Look at this guy. Yeah. First off, if you're still here watching the video, thanks for sticking around till the end. But this was the main reason that I grabbed this big lot, was because of all these Sega Saturn games. And they're all complete. And they are all in such good condition. Wow. Except for this one. Clockwork Knight. The center of the CD is cracked, as you can see. I did test it and it is still working, so I'm obviously going to keep it. But that was kind of sad to see. But Clockwork Knight 2, 3 Dirty Dwarfs, Panzer Dragoon 2, Ultimate Mortal Kombat, NBA Jam, Virtual On, NBA Action, and Nights into Dreams with the controller. Let's go. I'm an idiot. So epic. Instruction manual's in there, back behind the controller, but that is an awesome ad. All of these are so awesome to add to the collection. I never see Sega Saturn stuff, or Sega CD stuff even, anymore. I only have a couple games, but these are all so awesome. 3 Dirty Dwarfs, Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2, all just really, really great ads. Thanks again for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you enjoy this type of content, stuff such as collection videos, pickup videos, what's selling on eBay, live video game hunting, pretty much anything to do with video games or reselling, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.